Hey, what's up, fam? Another week, another chapter of Gambler's Parade, the new high stakes gambling manga that's been out from Weekly Shonen Magazine for the last, I think it's chapter 7, so almost 2 months. Been pretty good so far. Like I said, if this is the first time you're checked up on a chapter review of this, I'd recommend it. It's pretty fun. It's definitely something that stands out right now with a lot of manga in the kind of weekly big mainstream area. But kind of like where we left off, the main character Komode is in a roulette game with this guy named Slash, who's the leader of a enemy gambling group called King Zebra, who obviously kidnapped one of Komode's, I would say, allies almost, the person that he wanted to bring into his crew called Pink Spider, and now they're kind of in a match to where they're playing a roulette game linked up to oxygen tank supplies, and then if you lose, then you end up losing like percentages of oxygen you're taking in your body. So you only get so much before you would otherwise just kind of die. And he didn't want to do it because he thought it was a dumb game that was purely based off of luck and didn't have any like real strategy and like game to it. It's just like, well, if you're lucky, you're a little higher, but was forced into wearing the mask to where he's playing now. And furthermore, kind of adding into it, the teams of the characters were, while they were kind of like talking shit, were like, all right, we're gonna up this, and they went into rooms linked up to whoever they are rooting for's oxygen supply as well, so they will also be receiving the same level as them, should it be that they lose any percentages. And you get this really interesting bit when like okay, get the first roll, they get their numbers. You don't know what Slash gets, but Komodo gets 21, and they explain how obviously like above 18 is like where the roulette game really starts because it's really kind of a 1 to 18. Obviously you have the lower half, and 18 and 36 is the upper half of the numbers, and what you want to do is kind of formulate where you're at from there and see like the percentages of, well, is he, do you think he rolled higher or lower. It's a little bit too much of a hesitation and probably opponent like expression reading game where it kind of just says like Komodo's thing, like he didn't want to, he thought it was dumb because it really just came down to like how well you are at being lucky and then kind of guessing. I think where he'll kind of take this is in a win, as you saw in the first chapter, he's really good at reading people's faces and like expressions, and he took care of the first like enemy by noticing one drop of sweat, and he kind of like determining everything about the guy from that, which is pretty cool. And you kind of see some oddness from Slash when he's like, "All right, are you gonna reroll or check your number?" And he decided that he wanted to check because he didn't want to reroll because it was such a pain. And his whole thing is he's like he loves gambling, but he's like at the same time like it's become so boring to him, and everything seems to be a pain. Like he says like breathing, and obviously here he's like just like dropping a ball into the roulette table. He seems as such a hassle. And Slash is he's interesting. He's an interesting character so far, but I'm so much more interested in Komode, and his team is like, yeah, obviously when you're at 21 first round, the stakes are low, and so you know want to, yeah, even if he loses, though, it's a very small penalty, and he's already got kind of the odds with him, but 21 being over 18, and they're kind of like over this. And I don't know a lot of the characters' name yet. So I got a couple so far, but the chick on in Pink Spider that seems to be like a big fan of Komode. She's like, no, that's not who he is. He'll want to win with overwhelming odds because he hates gambling so much. It's like double gambling with being like, well, I want to gamble of a small number, just kind of see it. He'll want to get like something big enough. He'll probably go until it's a high enough number that he can kind of like one shot sweep it. I'm guessing. Komodo is pretty interesting though. I like him. He seems pretty cool. And I like that bit of him, and and it kind of came in with this chapter or this panel as well that I used. This like weird, deformed, kind of monster look to him with all these eyes, and you see like all the creepy furry parts, kind of as the pink spider. I'm guessing. Uh, Maybe that's where they get the name. Something to do with his power. It's a little weird. We don't really know too much about why he transforms, other than like it's because he hates gambling so much and he hates it so much it makes his blood flow in reverse, which is pretty interesting. I wonder if we're gonna find more about that later on. But yeah, that's mostly it for this one. It's gonna be more of a kind of really intense like first move, like formulate up what he's gonna do and then completely just alter the odds of what people probably thought he was gonna do. Anyway, but tell me in the description what you think about this in the comments below. If you've been reading Gambler's Parade, I would recommend it. If you haven't, you're just kind of peeking in on this. Like the video if you and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Check out my other videos, mostly manga and anime stuff. I appreciate everyone though that's already subscribed. And otherwise, thank you very much for listening. Bye.